Okay lads, so today we're looking at page 247 of our books and we're on question 2. So a lunchbox is shown below. Draw the elevation in the direction of arrow A, a plan projected from the elevation in the direction of arrow B, and then complete a surface development of the lunchbox. Colour the development based on the colours in the diagram. So we're given this lunchbox and we're asked to draw a surface development of it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start at A. So draw the elevation of the box in the direction of arrow A. So if we're looking in from A, we see that the overall width of that box is 100. And we see that the overall height of that box is 44. Okay, so we're going to draw a rectangle that's 44 tall and 100 mil wide. So I'm going to go over to my sheet here and I have my border set up and I have my XY line just drawn 140 mil down from the bottom of the border. So I came down 140 mil. Next I'm going to measure in 50 mil, and from that point at 50 mil I'm going to measure in another 100 mil. So between these 2 points now is 100 millimeters. Next I want to measure up 44 millimeters because the overall height of this shape is 44 mil. And as we said, the overall width is 100. So from the top of that shape I'm going to draw a construction line across. And then from this point 100 mil away I'm going to draw a vertical line up until it hits that line. And then joining them two lines together with a horizontal line. Okay, final thing I need to do there is just measure up 22 mil, so half of that height. And I'm going to draw a firm line across that as well. Okay, so that's my elevation. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure up 5 mil and 5 mil. And draw two construction lines. And I'm just going to label that elevation. Okay, so that's A now complete. Our next step is B, so a plan projected from the elevation in the direction of arrow B. So we see arrow B here, and that's looking down on the top of the shape. So I need to draw that now. So that plan is being projected off the elevation, which means that I keep the width, so the width stays the same. So I just project that down, and I project down this width as well. Okay, and I usually leave 20 mil between the elevation and the plan. Okay, so that now is the width of my plan as I look down at it from arrow B. And as I'm looking from arrow B, this is the width, and the height as I look at it from B is 44, so that's going to be the actual depth of the shape, so how far back that shape goes. And that's going to be 44 mil as well. So from this line I'm measuring down 44, and while I'm at that I'm actually going to go up and mark 22 as well. I'm going to draw both of them lines. So I'm start thinking that there is actually no line in the middle there, so we can get rid of this one. Okay, and I can label that the plan of my shape. So measure up 5 and 5 and just do 2 construction lines, and roughly centered in that shape I'm going to write the word plan. Okay, so step 3 then is to complete the surface development of the lunchbox. So similar to the steps given over here, we have to complete the surface development. To do that, I'm projecting from the plan over to the left. So with a construction line, I'm taking the height of the plan as I look at it and projecting it over to the left. Over to the right, sorry. Okay, and I'm going to measure over 100 mil. And I know that the width of the plan is 100, so I'm going to measure over another 100 mil. Okay, and I'm going to redraw the plan in this area here now. Okay, so if you're imagining that you're getting a development of this lunchbox, so we're going to start with the plan, and next thing we're going to fold up this side, so it's going to be below the plan. Then we're going to fold up the side at the back of the shape, so it's going to be in front of the plan, and then finally we're going to finish with the bottom of the shape, which is going to look like a plan again. So if you're thinking of it, it's going to be an elevation, then a plan. Then at the back of the shape it's going to be an elevation, then there's going to be a plan as well. And from one of the plan views we're going to get an end view and another end view to the right. So one end view to the left, the other to the right. So directly below that plan I'm going to draw an elevation. So we know the elevation is 22 and 22, so 44 altogether. Okay, so it's not going to fit here just below it. So what we can actually do is start going up the way. So we go plan, elevation, plan, elevation. So see, we have a plan, then an elevation, a plan, then an elevation. And as we said, from the side of a plan, we're going to have a 44 by 44 square, so the end view, and that's going to be split with a 22mm line down the middle. So from a plan, I'm going to measure out to the left, 44. And over to the right, 44. Okay, and as we said, we're going to have a line going through the middle, so I'm going to measure in 22 to find the middle of that, and 22 to find the middle of this as well. Okay, and I'm just going to label that now to the development of that shape. So measuring up 5 and 5. And the construction line is going to call that the development. Okay, so the final thing I need to do now is to colour this plan, as it says in the question. So colour the development based on the colours of the diagram. So we see that the top half is a green colour and the bottom half is a orange or yellowy colour. Okay, so we need to go back to our drawing now and we need to shade that accordingly. Okay, so now I have my shape shaded. So the first section here we see is orange, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 green sections in a row. Then I have orange, 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 and orange, and to the right and to the left we have a green section. So that would be how the lunchbox would look like if it was folded out to find the development. Okay, so hopefully you found this video useful. Make sure that you have your border and all your drawings labeled properly. Hopefully you found that helpful, and let me know if you have any questions.